And we are live once more. Welcome to episode 1 of Professor Mydia Walks Unto the End. We're going through Endwalker once more, ladies and gents, this time with my alt, Mydia Bosco, who has, for some reason, the sprout thingy. But, hey, whatever. So, for whatever reason, it started the quest and got me all the way to this point. So, yeah. I'll be skipping the dialogue that's not voiced because... meh. We've seen through it. If you want to see the entire dialogue, go watch the normal, Let's Play.
They've almost finished loading our cargo. We should be ready to depart right on schedule. Or so I'm told.
Schedule. I love Thancred. He's still best dad.
Excellent. 'Tis nice to have a smooth beginning to one's journey, at the very least.
It's funny. Master Louis Soir came here on a ship very much like this one. And now, years later, the street urchin he befriended that day is bound for his mentor's homeland. With his mentor's grandchildren, no less.
Aye. 'Tis upon reflection that every twist of time's river and fate's whims are brought into sharp relief. Thou hast matured much in the intervening years. Wert thou not caught attempting to relieve Master Louis Soir of his purse scant moments after he made landfall upon this dock?
Oh, really? Now that's a tale I'd like to hear.
I'm sure we all would.
Will this be your first visit to Charlian, Sir Estinian? Sir Estinian?
Estinian did not to give Alpha no 1-4.
Are we strangers newly met? Why this stiff formality?
I love it.
I, merely meant it as a professional courtesy, since we are now colleagues in an official sense.
I'd rather you dispense with the sirs, especially in private company. Or I'll be forced to respond in kind. Little Lord Alphino.
You've made your point, Estinian. Painfully well.
Better.
Never change, Estinian. Never change. And we have to go through this 4 more times after this.
Are you all right, Tataru? You seem positively distraught.
Distraught? Me? Don't be silly. I think it's lovely that they get to see their homeland. It's just... we're trying to thwart the schemes of an army hellbent on destroying the world. And, once again, I have to stay behind and worry that this is the last time I'll get to see my friends.
I really should have chosen the second one.
I'll hold you to that.
Ah, good. You're still here.
Hori! Kultine! What brings you all this way?
We're to assist the Maelstrom and the Kobolds with a lunar primal operation, so we thought we'd see you off before heading to the tower. Flamine and the others wish you all a safe journey, and promise that they'll look after things here until you return. We will too, of course. Aye. We, your fellow Scions of the Seventh Dawn, will do our part to ensure the end of the world won't happen on our watch.
It's too bad it still does.
We set the sail! All aboard for Charlian!
It's time.
Then we must delay no longer. We will contact you the moment we learn aught of value. Wish us luck.
Oh, we first meet, Vana in
Have
a
a
few
safe
minutes.
journey, and please, be careful.
I forget what it was, how it was that she described herself, but I was just like,
And so you venture forth unto the unknown.
This is gonna make me miss,
Fate
Emmett
beyond
Selk
the
even more.
horizon that cannot be divined. A future undefined and in flux. In uncertain times, naught but the simplest words of wisdom will suffice. That which lives is destined to die. Love leads to loss. Every beginning has an end. Treasure every moment, every step of your descent. And there, in the depths where souls and stars rest, find your truth.
I miss the boy. Obviously, as of 6.1, we haven't gone and done the bad and re-brought him back to life again. I hope we do. That was fun. I may need to close out the chat.
Here. Feel. Think.
Hear, feel, think.
The day has barely dawned, my fellow earlier riser.
Yeah, I also have an ancient primal of
Though we're hardly alone
light.
in that. Envious of those still sleeping soundly, no doubt.
I'm being woken up by a deity. It's not my fault. I'd be dead to the world.
Called out to you, you say? I've heard nothing myself. In any case, I dare say the sea air will do you good. Why not join the others on deck? Charlian should be coming into view at any moment.
Now, do I necessarily need to make a let's play of all my ults going through Endwalker? No. Will I? Yes. Or at least I'll try to. Because I get to choose different options with each of my ults. There she is. Our old friend. From 10,000 years ago. Oh boy. She looks good for a 10,000-year-old. Very young looking.
My voice yet reaches you. I am glad. Hear, feel, think. And thus do we meet face to face at last. My warrior of light, guided by the crystal. After your sojourn in the First, I believe you have your answer. You have gained an understanding of what I truly am, what Eidolon has always been, a primal.
The thing is, she's not. She's like what's Izel, but she's like the second. Obviously, we know Elidibus is the first. A primal wreathed in...
Zodiac was created to forestall the apocalypse, which threatened the ancient world. And I was brought forth to bind him. Yet 7 times now, those who would orchestrate a return to that bygone era have rejoined a shard to the god I had sundered. The greater his strength grows, the swifter does mine own diminish. The power to draw your mind into the rift betwixt is no longer mine to wield. Yet though it taxes me sorely, I dare not leave these words unsaid. Even bereft of my guidance, you and your companions have accepted the burden of this star's troubled past. A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine. Wheels shudder and turn. Conflict looms, monumental, which will decide the fate of this world and all life upon it. When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
Cast your peepers to the fore, folks. Sharlian's just over yonder.
She's referring to a promise made 10,000 years ago to us.
I will not keep you further. Your traveler's heart must yearn to behold this unfamiliar land. We shall meet again, and soon.
I do find the little horn thing coming out of one side just kind of interesting. I won't say weird. It's not weird. It's just interesting. It's like, why isn't it, you know, dual-sided?
Oh, what a fine morning. Oh, still a bit stiff though.
And a good morning to you too. Taking a look at the island already?
Then let's go. Let's go. Might still be room in the prow if we're lucky.
Yeah, you'd think Viera wouldn't be the second one to go through. It'd be like Mikote, because I do have a Mikote ult.
Ah,
but no.
Sleepers have arisen.
I did a random number generator in this.
There she is. Good old Charlian.
Between 2 and 5, or
Oh, I see
2 and 6, sorry, and 6 was the one that popped up, so.
Home. Home at last. Well, maybe not in Father's eyes.
Yeah, this whole arc with what's his name being a dick for no reason to protect them, apparently.
You're not alone in this, don't you?
Indeed. 'Tis as Sir Estinian saith. Forget not the comrades who boarded this ship at your side. I prithee.
Yeah, it's Orion Jane's job to forget people. Oh god.
Thank you, my friends. We are ever grateful for your steadfast support.
The ninja sneaky ones are gonna be annoying.
Upon arrival, we will be disembarking into the heart of Charlian proper. There is no greater concentration of wisdom in all the world. I am confident that somewhere within that center of knowledge and learning, we will find the answers we seek.
The crystal we bear, that of the seed of Azam. Endwalker! It has begun! I'm gonna see if story skipping without being level 80 will stop it from starting the quest. Because I would have much rather started the quest on stream.
Charlian, the solitary island nation of the northern seas. Where under the watchful gaze of Thaliak, patron deity of scholars, academics hoard all manner of knowledge and secrets. Once, they deigned to accept foreign students into a distant colony maintained in the Dravanian hinterlands. How swiftly they abandoned it once the first Garlean boot set hostile foot on Alamegan soil. So averse to the prosecution of war, these men of wisdom, your would-be allies.
I thought they'd never let us off the ship. What's next then? Entry applications?
You know? It's funny he says that. Oh. I've already chipped my phone screen apparently. Because it keeps falling out of my pocket.
Hopefully they find no cause to deny us.
Hasn't Charlian all but severed relations with foreign powers? Those of us without direct ties, myself included, may be refused outright.
'Tis true that, as a nation, Charlian only forms trade agreements with a select few neutral countries.
Ah, it's too bad Ishgard isn't that.
But from a practical standpoint, an island cannot afford to be overly strict with its borders. Especially not if that island's people are wholly devoted to the accumulation of knowledge. If one submits the proper paperwork, with satisfactory evidence of identity and intent, then foreigners may be granted entry.
May.
Quite. So let us be absolutely clear on these points before we proceed. The immigration officer will ask for your affiliation and your purpose of visit. considering Charlian's views on intervention, I strongly suggest we avoid any mention of the Scions.
What do you mean? I'm just an adventurer here to see the sights. I don't know what the Scions have to do with anything. Bunch of kids going home, and I'm just an adventurer here to see the sights. And lore-wise, Mydia's a professor. She is a scholar through and through. She's just, you know, here to learn and see the sights. Science got nothing to do with it. The fuck's the sign?
Kral has laid the groundwork for us to act as associates of the students of Baldessian, and our ostensible reason for being here is to aid in their order's restoration.
I think it still needs like a bodyguard or some shit.
Grahatir, it might expedite our progress should an actual student be seen at the head of our little group. Would you mind leading the way?
Garahatia. I believe Y'shtola's is rule?
Of course. The immigration officers were this way. Shall we?
I do be dying. Not actually, I just... I already missed trails.
Greetings. We've just arrived and are eager to make our way into the city. Would you be so kind as to process our entry applications?
Certainly. I see by your mark you are an Archon.
I am. Grahatir of the Students of Baldessian at your service. I was assigned to an Eorzean survey team, but have returned to assist with the reformation of my order. My associates here will provide additional support.
Very good. I have paperwork detailing your group and its scheduled arrival for today.
Scheduled. I love the way they say scheduled. It's fine. I love it.
And it seems some few of your companions are also Archons. If you'll step forward, we can process those applications first.
Some few. Literally 3. One of them literally has the tattoo on his face.
Y'shtola rule.
I was right. Wow, we don't get to hear Urianger say his last name or Thancred.
See how it glows. That list is etherically linked with the citizen registry kept in the main repository.
Bad game. We should have been able to hear Urianger and Thancred say their last names.
I've confirmed your status as Archons and amended your travel records accordingly. Welcome home. Now, who do we have here?
Alphino Leveilleur.
And Alize Leveilleur.
Your applications have also been approved. Having said that, the streets are abuzz with talk of how House Leveilleur's lord disowned his young progeny.
Disowned. He didn't actually.
And while such personal circumstances constitute no reason to deny you entry, I urge you to avoid exacerbating your present situation. Times are quite troubled enough already.
I need to level Blue Mage, but oh my lord, oh my main, but I just don't want to. I really do need to level it.
We shall keep that in mind.
Might do that for the early boy streams, just be like, pow. Ugh, it'll be very slow. But that's after we finish Trails in the Sky 3rd.
These last two are not Sharlayan natives, but you will find their credentials are in order. An application was made in advance.
Name and occupation?
Artisan? Mydia Bosco, adventurer by trade.
An adventurer. Well, I suppose that is considered a valid calling in your native Eorzea. And it does indeed match the profile provided. You may enter.
I really wanted to click artisan because I don't know what it says. And obviously I can't be like champion of Eorzea. This isn't Eorzea. Go fuck yourself.
And you, sir?
Estinian Valino, formerly of the Order of the Knights Dragoon in Ishgard.
Formally, at least. And what, pray tell, is your profession now?
Estinian's like, Everyone's just like, wait.
If you'll allow me.
Saved by the shorty. Potato to the rescue.
My associate is a mercenary, hired for his strength at arms. Surely you are aware of the dangers we often face on our forays into the wilderness.
Mistress Baldessian, if you insist on sponsoring his entry, then so be it.
I mean, technically, Estinian has been since released from possession by Needhog has been an adventurer. He's just been wandering. He's literally just he's a nomad. That's actually the proper term for it. Estinian's a nomad. He doesn't have a profession. He just goes around doing whatever. But mercenary works too.
But while I appreciate that desperate times call for desperate measures, I find your choice of company concerning. Be advised that even a single misstep may have severe repercussions for your organization.
I have a shine stick up my ass, please, just go away.
I have every confidence in my chosen company, dear and trusted comrades that they are. But I thank you for your concern.
People are complaining about getting spoiled on Twitter, so that's what you get. Anyway. Anyone wanna, take the stick out of her ass? Silly Engie potato. It's not healthy to be so Engie.
Croyle, it is good to see you.
Likewise. Long voyage notwithstanding, you all seem none the worse for wear. There is much to discuss, but this is hardly the place. Let's be on our way, shall we?
Today's stream's length is TBD. Could be 2 hours, 1 hour, 8 hours. Who knows?
Welcome, friends, to Sharlayan.
Why is there a
As
talking
your
potato?
mercenary, I should hope my welcome includes a generous salary.
Well, I had to say something, Sir Taciturn.
Estinian is based. He's like, well, if I'm gonna be working as a mercenary, I better be paid. Based. We don't do free labor here. Because money can indeed buy happiness. That's just a weird saying. Money can't buy you happiness. I'm like, no, but it can buy me a house, food, things for my hobbies. all of which having would definitely make me happy. Therefore, yes, money can indeed buy you happiness. That's saying it's stupid. If it's not like audio, I'm gonna skip it. No need to sit through it. Oh, non-dungeon will be. I forgot to mention that. Non-dungeon, like just walking around, solo, whatever you call it. All of that will be done with Scholar. The dungeons themselves will be done with Summoner. So that I can play secondary healer. As, we wouldn't want to, you know, suffer untold horrors. Wait! Oh, there's Celine. I was about to be like, where's Celine? And of course, I have purchased the Emmet Selk Snap, because it is... attuned! I need the Moonward set. Apparently the Moonward set makes, makes, certain, shall we say, assets on the female characters, more pronounced. Which is to say, it gives you even bigger booba. For casting and healing, specifically. Welcome to the blah blah blah, no one gives a shit, blah 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 blah. I remember when I was doing this with Reaper, I would just keep using the little zoomy button. I don't think Summoner has SNO, which is gonna suck. Looks like an astrologian. House Levier. Oh yes, the students of Baldessian. Whoop. No need to, you know, go the slow way if I can just go the fast way. Let's go grab that etherite shard down below that I missed. Whee! I'm just like, pa. We're still on the first quest. I will forever forget how long the like initial portion of Endwalker is. Also, shoutouts to one of my mods. She's the I was complaining about not being able to do the PvP to get the one PvP set. That's like a reward for winning like 200 or some crazy ass shit right there. Like that, it was just like, oh, you need to like and this one was close enough to it. Oh, let's see. Minion guide. Do we have the boy? Doesn't look like it. Grahatia, not Crystal Exarch. Arcane, Moonbreeda, Sid, Alphino, Orshifor, Raoban, Sir Emmerich. Wow! Wait, I don't have the boy? And then the mountain guide. I just have the Endwalker mount and then the Yol. Is it voice head? Not voice head. No point in dealing with it then. Okay. Before we finish this quest, I'm gonna be right back. Oh. Wrong button. I'm so used to playing Trails in the Sky, I just clicked PC and it just like, oh no. Oh yeah, I need to tie this. Woot. Hide log window. Will I actually be using any of this gear? No. I will not. I just, you know. I actually don't know if the RGB is properly on or not, by the way. It's supposed to be 255 blue?
Pray forgive me. I was delayed.
Okay, it actually is properly on, which means IQ is still on.
It's fine, Urianger. We're all here now.
Let's get down to business then, shall we? Come what may, we must prevent the Telophoroid's plans from coming to fruition.
Hey, you know, it's too bad it actually does.
I see two paths for gathering the information which may aid us in achieving that goal.
Oh boy.
The first involves an investigation into the change which has come over Sharlayan, not to mention the recent inscrutable behavior of the Forum. As most of you know, the 99 members of the Forum are elected from the general populace. This alone guarantees a plethora of opinion with regards to foreign policy. The bibliotheques, for example, are a group of conservatives which would have Sharlayan focus on recording history, while remaining entirely uninvolved in the making of it. And at the other extreme, we have advocates for proactive diplomacy and direct intervention. My grandfather Galef was one such member, as was Archon Louisois. Yet despite our diverse factions and philosophies, the recent vote to deny Eorzea's request for assistance was unanimous. Even more concerning was the fact that many cited other more pressing duties as justification for their recalcitrance.
Yeah, it's so fucking suspicious. But like, obviously, we know Loperate shenanigans.
Fortuno's refusal in Gridania had those same undertones. 'Twas as if, having stared unblinking into the face of impending doom, he'd simply turned away to pursue something more important. But what could that possibly be?
The final days.
A mystery indeed, and one which I ask for your help to solve. Our future may depend on it. As for our second potential path, it concerns a request made directly to the students of Baldessian. Our organization was founded primarily to study strange and unexplained phenomena the world over. Mysterious relics and ruins, arcane disturbances, and so forth. Compared to our more isolationist Sharlayan colleagues, we have strong connections overseas, namely with scholars and academics who share our passion for the unknown. The request in question comes from one such acquaintance, Nadana, an alchemist residing in distant Favner.
Radzathan.
Her missive describes the sudden appearance of a tower, and the subsequent summoning of what I can only assume is a lunar primal. In response to this threat, the satrap of Radzathan, the individual who governs the city-state, has instructed the alchemists to find a means to deal with the spire.
The artisans of that land are heirs to an ancient tradition, one rather unlike that of their Uldan counterparts. 'Tis possible, nay, probable, that they have gleaned truths unattainable by Eorzea or her Far Eastern allies.
They do, in fact, appear to have a strategy in mind, though it will require further research. To that end, they have requested an introduction to a capable warrior shielded by the blessing of light.
Assuming we divide our forces to pursue both of Kral's lines of inquiry, then having you join the group heading to Thavnair would seem the obvious choice. But the investigation in Sharlayan is of vital importance as well. Equal, I think, to the Thavnarian one, given that the fate of the world may hinge on the results of both.
Yes, it is quite the quandary. Though it is a great imposition and an altogether too common one, our efforts would be more likely to succeed were you to lead the charge on both fronts.
Wow, I'm being used.
You are indeed our champion. As to which task to tackle first, we will defer to your decision. Let us next decide how everyone else might best be assigned. As for myself, I shall continue what I've begun in Sharlayan. I should also like to steal the services of an Archon or two.
How about 3?
And thereby gain access to a greater range of reading material. I will help with that.
Wait, no, we have 4 Archons. So we can actually split them 2 and 2. Theoretically. I don't know how we're splitting this, I forgot.
Allow me to offer my assistance. I have some small amount of experience in the field of research.
Small, he says.
Alize and I would also like to help, if you would have us.
Anything to understand even a fraction of what our father and the Forum might be thinking.
Of course, the more the merrier.
Right. The rest of us will make the journey to Thavnair. Thoughts? Objections?
I passed through Thavnair on my way to infiltrate the Empire, and though I'm not qualified to give a guided tour, I did gain a sense of where things lie.
I'll be happy to have you along then. So for this group, it will be you, me, and Urianger.
Urianger.
Give me a moment afterwards, and I'll supply you with all the details of Nadana's request. Consider this hall our rendezvous point once our respective tasks are complete. May our investigations prove fruitful.
They really should have had the entire a game be voice acted. Or at least the newer expansions. Sacred is Thavnair, so we're gonna do... It's like winter clothing. We're speedrunning. Sort of. Oh, apparently, if all of my items are, I only have 3K, that's hilarious. Yeah, I nuked my, finances after the, that I got from the level skips, sent them over to my main. Oh, this one. And the studium, apparently. Wait, what? Oh, no, the studium's the one I'm at. So yeah, I'm missing Journey's End. That's why it didn't pop up. That's fine. Wait. Well. It's not on the wrong subject, you silly game. All subjects are the correct subject. Oh, I can still read those. That's funny. Oh no! Running in the library! No! Running in the library! I'll be right back. Uh. Oh. Oh, I completely forgot which. Fuck me, man. I hate that. Urbane banter with a smile, really?
When our father disowned us, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. It wasn't until much later that his words began to sink in, that I began to feel the weight of what it meant. Do you remember when the decision was made to come to Charlian? Grahas said that the Forum was determined to keep us in the dark, and that Father's venomous performance was part of that strategy, to keep us at arm's length. Perhaps it was. Father argued with Grandfather on many occasions, but never with such dismissive contempt. And when he demanded what justifies the sacrifices we make in war, I honestly didn't know what to say. Neither did Alpha know, I know, but never for one moment did I believe we had made the wrong choice. So all I could do was fume silently. It was only afterwards that I realized how childish I had been, how being stubborn and self-righteous must run in the family. If I could have just mustered a civil response, then things might have turned out differently. They must be ferrying goods to Labyrinthos. A vast complex beneath the island. Charlian is famous for archiving knowledge from around the world. Well, that knowledge is not preserved exclusively in dusty tomes and desiccated samples. Our living library, comprised of all manner of flora and fauna, is housed and studied within that underground facility. Still, that did seem to be an unusually large shipment. When I lived here, it was rare to even see such cargo transported by boat. Wait, didn't you hear something in the last stand about the gleaners coming and going more than usual? Well, I think they're the ones we saw manning those boats. And gleaners answer to the Forum. If the appearance of the Telophoroi prompted this sudden burst of activity, then Labyrinthos may hold a clue as to what the Forum is planning.
Deep beneath the scholar's city shines a false sun within a fabricated sky. In any age exist those who consider the floor an extension of their bookshelves, and this vault's architects surely belonged to that special breed. If the stack grows too high, start a new one. If no room remains, then make more rooms. A simple solution at first, and then bit by bit, a profound transformation. Knowledge buried beneath knowledge, a growing, creeping labyrinth from which there is no escape.
Not what you expected. I must admit, the artifice is very convincing. But I assure you that we are beneath Sharlayan itself. The breeze you feel, the flowing waters you hear, all created by the hand of man.
The island is volcanic, you see, and once upon a time this great hollow must have been a reservoir for magma. It was discovered some 400 years ago, at which point it was repurposed as a storage facility for scrolls and samples and such. Renovations have continued, with nigh on no interruption to this day, with the lower levels still undergoing expansion.
Aren't those people gleaners?
Aye, judging by their dress. They are said to work alone as a rule, but 'twould seem that rule is being enthusiastically broken today.
Oh, I gotta cut my finger. I forgot about that. I don't even remember what gave me the cut. Oh, I think I was opening my phone. Like the box for it and shit.
It may be as you suspected, that they are engaged in a task apart from the norm.
Let's spread out and get some answers then.
Ugh. Did you call to me just now? No. How odd. I must be a bit dizzy from the descent. I'll be fine, I'm sure. Let's get to work, shall we?
The poor potato is about to explode from the power of Hydaelyn. The question then becomes, do we see that today? Erinville. People got weirdly obsessed over Erinville when Endwalker first dropped. This looks like it's a full outfit, but it's not. Or let's try casting, but in black. Oh, it's like purple. That's cool. Or I guess it's more gray than black, but whatever. It's charcoal. This gives me an idea. Nope. It's actually not bad. Right, the fending gear. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh, yeah. Didn't I unsub... The question then becomes, are we going to be able to, do, what do you call it? Are we going to be able to buy... Oh, no, we don't need. Are we seriously gonna chase after, marmots or whatever? I forgot about this quest. I'm trying to figure out, like, do I do the quest or do I just end the stream here? Because I'm really not feeling chasing down the marmots. What to do, what to do. You know what? My heart's not in it. Right? My heart's not in it, so I'm gonna end the stream off here. I will be back tomorrow with either... I'll probably play Trails. Like, realistically, I'm probably just gonna play more Trails. I should play Monster Hunter, because Sunbreak is in like a month, but... Nah. We'll be back tomorrow with more Trails, more than likely. So I'll see you guys then. Goodbye. Apologies for the abrupt end, but I don't feel like chasing the marmots down today. So,